Welcome to Roughing It with Ruth, the channel where everything is a bit rough around the edges. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make nachos at a campsite. This meal can very easily be modified as a no-cook meal, but I am in this video going to be warming up the salsa sauce just so it's a bit hot and it can melt the cheese, but you could pretty easily just do this as a no-heat, no-cook meal, especially in summer if you don't really want something warm. So what you're going to need for this recipe is an avocado. I normally do 1 avocado per 2 people. You're going to need some cheese. I've just kind of cheated a bit and gotten pre-grated cheese to make my life a bit easier. You're going to need some kind of protein, although this is optional. You could skip this step. And you're going to need some sour cream. If you are doing this for a backpacking trip, then you can use dehydrated coconut milk mixed with lemon juice instead of sour cream, because sour cream is not shelf stable. You're going to need some salt and pepper. You're going to need your chips. I've got multi-seed nacho chips, but if you can't find actual nacho chips, you can use just crisps like salt chips or Doritos chips, something like that. And then for the salsa, I'm just using a can of diced tomatoes, and I'm going to add some of this Nando's peri peri sauce. So, I mean, this is kind of a fake salsa. You can really put whatever in that you like. You can add onions to this. You can have some kind of mixed braai relish can instead of just diced tomatoes. You can add any kind of heat that you want. You can add garlic. It's very versatile. You can swap it out however you like. So to start out with, I'm just going to put some of the nacho chips in the bowls. Do you hear that? That is a baboon barking, I think. Or is it a jackal? I think it's actually a jackal. I think that is actually a jackal. What a lovely sound. He's gonna come join us for dinner. Okay, then what you want to do is get your salsa ready. I've got my pot here because I am going to be heating it up on the camping stove. I'm just going to open my can. Remember, if you're bringing cans that do not have an easy pull tab like this, then you must remember to bring a can opener, because an incredibly good way of cutting yourself open is to try and sit with a knife and a rock trying to open a can. Especially when you're super hungry, that's not a great idea. Okay, there we go. And then I'm just going to add this packet of Nando's peri peri sauce. Normally these ones do tear pretty well. I'm hoping that that is going to be the case here. Otherwise, I'll just use my knife to open it. Okay, that's not going to tear. When you are cooking in either a camping or a backpacking setup, you do need to be incredibly, incredibly careful with knives. It's one of the big places where people end up injuring themselves on camps and backpacking trips is with their knives. So I'm adding the Nando's peri peri sauce. This one is mild because I found that the Nando's stuff tends to be pretty hot. I do have the hot one and the medium one here just in case this isn't hot enough, but I suspect this is going to be just fine. And then I'm not going to clean my knife off just yet because I want to use it to chop up this avocado. And I also want to use it to chop up some of these smoked salami sticks to put into my salsa as well, just as a little bit of extra protein. There are 2 of us eating this, so I think I'm going to do maybe like 6 salami sticks. And I'm just going to cut them into chunks and add them to the salsa. It's also very important when you're cooking to make sure that you have cleaned your hands. I've got a little bottle of hand sanitizer here, and that the stuff that you are using is also clean. So I've got a cutting board that I'm cutting on. It's actually one of these snap fold bowls, but I found that the snap fold bowls, provided you don't like really stab them or like saw on them with a serrated blade, work fantastically as chopping boards. And then it's very multi-purpose because you have the bowl and you have the chopping board. This is a very big bowl here. These bowls are in their bowl form where they've been snapped together that I've got the nachos in. Okay, so there is my fake salsa. Anyone who's Mexican is probably going to be screaming at the YouTube video right now. But I'm just going to heat this up on the camping stove, and I'm going to cut up the avocado as well. Alright, so I've cut up the avocado and I've just put it in each of the bowls. Another good tip for when you're cooking anything at a campsite is to have some kind of little portable, what is this called? A little portable basin close by. In here I've actually got my soap and my sponge and my drying cloth. Just to drop in anything dirty, like this spoon that I used for the avocado, so that as you go, you're not putting your stuff down in the dirt or losing it, and you've got everything nicely together to clean at the end of your cooking session. Alright, so now we are going to turn on this stove this way, and we are going to heat up our salsa. And I'm actually just going to grab that, let me make a bit of light there. I'm going to grab that spoon that I had. That's also why you never put the spoon, ooh, that's too hot. You never put the spoon down on the ground, because maybe you actually need that spoon again. And you don't want to have to wash it immediately. Okay. So this is not going to really take that long at all. And the main reason that I'm heating up the salsa is because it is the dead of winter right now, so it would be nice to have a hot meal. And also then it's going to help melt the cheese a little bit, the grated cheese that I've got. Okay, so I want to sample this salsa before I put it in our food. And the correct way to do that if you're cooking for a group, so you're not just cooking for yourself, is to take the spoon that you're using to cook with and do not put that spoon in your mouth. Just drop some into another spoon that's not over your bowl, and then taste from that spoon. It's actually not hot at all, so I think I am going to add the other packet of medium, here we go, here's the medium Nando's peri peri sauce. Just quickly heat this up a little bit more. Okay, so I'm just going to add the salsa to the top of my nachos. I'm going to be pretty generous because it's just the two of us and I don't actually want leftovers of this. And we do have some more nacho chips, so if this is too much, then we can just add some more nacho chips. And then right away, I'm going to put my pot safely to the side where I can't burn myself. And right away, I'm going to put my cheese over the top of that. This packet is also not playing along. My knife is getting a workout. I'll just drop some cheese over the top to let it melt into the salsa a bit. And then lastly, we're just going to add a dollop of sour cream on the side next to the avo. And then I just like to let everybody add their own salt and pepper, however much they like. And that's that. I'm going to put the spoon in here because this is going to be our bowl. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you would like to see more from me, then you can click on my channel name to see videos that I've made in the past, or you can subscribe to my channel to see videos that I'm going to make in the future.